Welcome to Sustainable Solutions. I'm Chloe, and in this series, I chat with leaders from a wide range of industries about the innovative solutions driving us towards a sustainable future. Today, I interviewed Lisa, who is the Managing Director at Momentum Energy. Momentum Energy is one of Australia's largest energy retailers, supplying gas and electricity to households all around the country. What makes Momentum Energy pretty unique, especially as we head towards net zero, is that their parent company, Hydro Tas, means they have access to massive renewable energy sources, meaning that they can provide renewable energy alternatives for their energy for clients and customers. And so that meant, of course, today I asked about how Momentum is leading the transition to renewable energy, but as well as that, also asked how they're supporting customers and maybe what are they looking to do in the future to innovate. So it was a really great chat. I really enjoyed it, and I think you'll learn a lot. So enjoy. Hi, Lisa. Thank you so much again for meeting me today
No
and
problem.
coming on to Sustainable Solutions. My first question for you is, what role is Momentum Energy playing in accelerating the transition to renewable energy here in Australia?
Yeah, thank you so much, Chloe. Firstly, as you may know, we're part of Momentum Energy is part of Hydro Tasmania, so the largest renewable energy generator in the country, which we're really proud of. We've been doing that for more than 100 years, generating renewable energy through hydropower, but are actually really actively working at the moment on extending that even further and investing further into those hydropower schemes with a really ambitious project called Battery of the Nation. So I'm really excited about that. And, if you support Momentum, then you're supporting Hydro Tasmania and that really exciting project as well. I think when we then think specifically about Momentum Energy as a retailer, we're doing a lot of work as a team to try and empower, I suppose, our customers and the communities that we operate in, because the energy transition is complex, and it can be difficult to navigate, hard to understand, and we want to be able to equip people with the information and the insights that they need to be able to participate or get involved if they want to.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And next up, I was hoping to ask you, how does Momentum Energy ensure that its renewable energy offerings are both like environmentally responsible, obviously, and also
Yep.
economical for customers?
Yeah, it's a really good question. They don't have to be kind of very separate. I think people think that you're either saving the planet or you're saving money, but you can do both if you, you know, just put a little bit of thought into it, I guess. And so there's a range of things that you can do, and we really try and promote a number of these steps through Momentum. And the first is just thinking about your usage and your consumption. If there are ways that we can help empower you to reduce that usage, then that's going to be better for your hip pocket because your bills will go down, but also you'll be reducing the emissions that you're generating as well. So giving power back to our customers. We've recently launched a tool called Power Tool, which is a weekly email for our smart meter customers. And it just gives you a sense of how much energy you've consumed in the last week compared to the previous week and what that's looked like through the course of the week. So which days and what times of day and things like that. And I'm finding it makes me quite competitive with myself. So I look at it and I go, what do you mean it was 20% more than last week? And so I go around, I switch all the lights off and I think about, what can I put onto eco mode now? And it just makes me think in a way that I hadn't before. And most retailers will have some sort of solution like that that can be really powerful. So I think encouraging customers to really take control. Similarly, thinking about the time of day that you're using your electricity. So, during the middle of the day is when the grid tends to be flooded with that beautiful solar power because the sun is out and it's shining. So, the more that you can shift your usage into the middle of the day, I'm working from home today, so I could easily go and just switch on a load of washing or the dishwasher and those sorts of things. And that would be doing quite a lot without doing much to really help use up some of that renewable energy that's in the grid. We also really like talking about green power. So green power is a very simple government accredited product that you can just add to your energy plan as a consumer. And it just means that you're investing in the future of renewable energy, really. And you can pay anything from 10 to 100% green power. So as much energy as you consume, you can then add the equivalent of green power in, which means you can be confident that that amount of renewable energy is going back into the grid from new sources. So that's really flexible. It can suit different budgets. It's really easy to do. Yeah, I mean, there are a few examples. For our larger business customers, they often have quite complex needs and very large consumption. So we have some really bespoke solutions for them as well. But I won't go into them in the interest of time.
No, I never thought about it that way because the sun's out. So that's when you're going to have most of like the, yeah, no, that's a really good thing to think about. Next thing I wanted to ask you is you've kind of talked a little bit about how Momentum for over 100 years has partnered with Hydro Tas, and, obviously then you've got the hydropower, which you're using as part of your renewable energy. Do you have any other sources that you are using for your renewable energy?
So Momentum isn't a generator. We don't generate energy, but Hydro Tasmania does. I think the complicated thing with the electricity market is, and I'm sure you know this already, but all the generation goes into the grid or the National Electricity Market or the NEM. So it's really hard to differentiate and say this is our energy that's going to your light switch or to your laptop or whatever it is. But when you look at the grid in general, it's tending to be about 60% still powered by fossil fuels and about 40% on renewables. Now that has roughly doubled since 2017. So we are making really good progress in terms of the proportion of renewables into the grid. But obviously that needs to accelerate even further. So I guess there's a couple of things from Momentum's perspective. One is Battery of the Nation, that big project that I talked about earlier where Hydro Tasmania is investing in new generation capacity, renewable capacity. And then I've also mentioned green power, which is it's an LGC-backed product or a large generation scale certificates. And we're seeing more than 20% of our new sales adopting some portion of green power on their plans, and that is rising even in this cost of living kind of crisis that we're living in, and we know a lot of our customers are doing it tough. I find it so inspiring to see how many of our customers are really taking up that option, and every time they do that, they are helping us collectively to help develop that renewable generation going back into the grid. So yeah, I mean, lots going on, but they're just a couple of examples.
No, well, that's amazing. And yeah, thank you so much, Lisa, for chatting with me today. It was really great.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe to Dynamic Climate Now to stay informed and inspired by the dynamic intersection of climate change and business innovation.